speaker.
Mr.
Be
Brian.
ready. Former swimsuit model. 80s rapper extraordinaire.
He looks like he.
Give it up for B. Wade, people.
Thank you and good morning, movers and shakers. Imagine having a professional who you could call anytime and every time you have any kind of a financial question. And I answered 3 such questions for clients last week. I had a younger small business owner client, and he calls me and he's thinking about buying land, raw land north of Tampa, and he wants to know what I think. And so I start asking him all these questions because I want to understand the dynamics of what he's talking about before I answer. And I ask him, and I'm trying to figure out why are you wanting to do this? And don't you have another goal of buying a house? And I was able to talk to him about the pros and cons of raw land versus the pros and cons of other types of real estate like rental properties. And we talked through the scenario, and with my guidance and with me understanding what's important to him, I was able to give him that direction that he was looking for. And another question I answered last week was the divorced mother. And so she calls me, and she knows that the economy hasn't been doing well and the stock market's down, and she's looking at her investment statements, and she just wants to review what she's in. Hey, Brian, remind me, what am I in? What are we doing? How does this work? Do you think we need to make any changes, Brian? And we're talking through it, and before I know it, she's asking about her taxes. And she's like, Brian, when am I going to get the tax? Don't I need a tax form on my investments? And I was able to explain to her, you know, that tax form on the investments actually takes a lot longer to arrive than other tax forms like your W-2. A lot of people expect, because they get their W-2 from their employer, and then they're like, where's my tax document on my investments? Well, that takes a lot longer. She didn't know that. Why didn't she know that? Because her husband handled the taxes every year, and now she's divorced. And that doesn't make her stupid, you know, because he's probably trying to figure out how to cook rice right now. But I was able to help answer those questions and be that guidance for her. And then the other question I answered was the woman who just inherited money. And this woman's a massage therapist, and she likes cats. She really likes cats. She does a lot of charity work with a cat rescue. And so she inherits $1.3 million. And she's a massage therapist who likes cats. And she's like, hey, I know this is important. I have this money, I'm receiving this money, I know I need a professional, I know I need guidance. And she's sitting in my conference room with the man who referred her, and we're all meeting. And she wants to buy a house with part of the money. And I'm trying to find out, what else do you need this money to do for you? Do we need it to provide current income? Are you going to leave it to grow for later? And she knows she needs to invest it, and she knows she needs a professional, but she's afraid, and she doesn't understand this stuff. And she told me, she said, in the middle of the meeting, she stopped me and she said, you know, you're really good at explaining this stuff. Thank you. You explain this stuff in a way that I can understand it. And ladies and gentlemen, that's what I do. I understand finances. I understand investments, insurance protection, tax ramifications of various investment decisions, loans and mortgages, credit cards, savings. How much money should you keep in savings? Should you buy this house or not buy this house? Should you get a car? Should you lease it? Should you buy it? It's what I've been doing for decades now. And so I help people with their financial questions. I help people invest money. I help people grow wealth and do it responsibly with risk management in place. But at the same time, beyond just growing wealth or using that wealth to provide income to people in retirement, I answer every other financial question that they have and look at the rest of their financial situation and provide guidance on how people can be setting up their finances in an ideal manner, hopefully to achieve the best result possible. So if you know a small business owner, somebody who's doing well, who's making money, who wants to build for retirement, that would be a great referral for me. If you know somebody who's divorcing, They're starting over, they're splitting up their money, they have questions, they need help, they need an advisor. That would be a great person to refer to me. If you know somebody inheriting money, another great referral. These are the kind of people that I help. All sorts of people, different ages, older, younger, business owner, employee, professional, back to the employees. How about somebody who has left an employer or is leaving an employer to go either get a different job or retire or just quit? Maybe they have an old 401k or other retirement plan that they need help with. And so if you know people that have financial questions, that have needs, that might benefit from talking to a professional, I would certainly appreciate you recommending me, Brian Wade, Tampa Financial Group.
Right. So those inherited, when you were giving that story, I thought for a second until you said